Hey, Amelia, I finished work. I'm gonna head home pretty soon. Is there anything ready to eat?
Okay, great. Yeah, dinner is already cooked and ready. Are you going to eat as soon as you come home?
No. I guess I'll have a bath and clean up first. Could you fill it up for me so it's ready when I get there?
No problem, I can do that. By the way, about our trip, were you able to get the days off that you wanted?
Yeah, I did. No problems on that front, at all. I mean, I did have to push it a little bit to the boss, but at the end of the day, time off is time off. I can't say no to everything.
Oh, that's good to hear. Lisa has been looking forward to it for so long as well. She would have been so upset if we had to cancel the trip.
It is her first trip with us, after all. We haven't had the chance to go all the three of us together.
Everything just got so busy after she was born. There simply hasn't been the chance for us to get away. She is just dying to go. I'm also excited to go on a trip for the first time in so long. I'm glad you were able to get those days off.
My parents are excited, too. Looks like Mom has picked all the places she wants to go to while we're away, too.
I'm really grateful to your parents. I mean, they are footing the majority of the bill this time. I don't think we would have been able to afford this trip if we had paid for the entire thing alone.
Me neither. They're really helping us out big time here. Make sure you say thanks properly.
Of course I will. But why are you acting like it's only me that needs to?
Well, I am their son after all, so it's fine. Plus, the house we're living in right now is technically theirs too.
I know that. You don't need to tell me. That's why we're getting them a present. Which was my idea, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Present already?
No, not yet. We still have enough time before the trip. The day before we leave is the best time. Besides, you said you would come with me to buy it.
Really? I said that?
Yes. Lisa's going to the movie with her friend's family that day, too, so we don't have to worry about one of us staying home to look after her. We talked about this before.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Sorry, I completely forgotten about it.
Come on, Tyler. You can't be forgetting important things like this. I won't know what's a good present or not if I go by myself. I need you to help me choose. You know them better than I do, after all.
Okay, I got it. If I wake up in time, let's go together.
What do you mean, if? You made a promise, so keep your end of it.
It's not that I don't want to go with you, but I have to drive and pick my parents up the following day. So if possible, I'd like to relax a bit the day before.
Okay, fine. But I'm going to send you some pictures, so at least tell me what you think, okay?
Okay, got it. I can do that, no problem. The train's about to arrive at the station.
Okay. Be careful on your way home. Lisa and I are waiting for you.
Amelia, so is all I need to bring a change of clothes for Lisa? Or is there something else I need to bring?
Thanks, Tyler. But could you also bring a change of clothes for me, too?
For you, too? Are you planning on staying the night there, too?
Yeah, I've decided to. I am worried about how she was going to be on our first day in the hospital. I asked the doctor, and he said he was fine for me to stay. Lisa would be worried all on her own here, too. Okay,
I see. Then I'll bring clothes for the two of you.
Thanks.
But man, did I get a shock. Getting that phone call out of nowhere telling me that Lisa got hit by a car? I don't know what to think.
They say she ran out onto the street while she was with her friends in the park. She was with some older kids and their mom, too. It seems like the mom was a bit careless and wasn't watching them properly. I wish I'd gone with her that day.
But at least she didn't have any serious injuries, even if she is in the hospital.
Yeah, you're right. Luckily, the driver of the car was able to hit the brakes in time. She does have cuts and bumps, but thankfully no broken bones. She also only has to stay in the hospital for a few tests, just to be sure.
And everything is all fine. There's no point thinking about what's happened already. It can't be changed.
I know that. But even so, it's hard not to think about what would have happened if I had gone with her. She might not be in the situation at all. Aren't you worried about her at all?
Of course I am. But like I said, the accident happened, and you can't change anything by grumbling about it. And since she didn't get hurt too badly, she can still come on the trip with us, right?
What? There's no way she can.
Why not?
Even though her injuries aren't that serious, she still needs some tests to make sure everything is okay. I just told you that.
But isn't she gonna get let out tomorrow?
No, they want her to stay for almost a week. And not just that, she's still only a little kid. She needs to rest after something like this happens. She might even have some kind of trauma from this. Going on a trip is completely out of the question.
Oh, I didn't realize she would be there for that long. I guess it can't be helped then. Well, then the two of you hold down the fort. I guess it's just my parents and me then.
What? Tyler, hold on a sec. You can't seriously be circumstances.
Why not? Everything is booked and paid for already. It would be a complete waste if the entire trip got canceled. So those who are able should still go.
It's better just to cancel.
But we paid a lot for this trip. It's too much of a waste. Plus, my parents have been looking forward to the trip. I'd feel bad if they also couldn't go because of us.
This isn't about that. And if anything, you should feel bad for Lisa, not your parents. She was super excited for the trip, and now she can't go because she was hit by a car. And on top of all of that, now you want to leave her behind and go on the trip anyway? Poor Lisa. Imagine how she would feel if she heard that.
It's not like we're leaving her behind. She just can't go because she's in the hospital. Lisa is old enough to understand this at this point.
She's still in elementary school. There's no way she could understand why she's being left behind.
There's no way we're missing this.
Why are you being like this? We can always just take the trip another time, and your parents will understand that this is a serious situation.
But why waste this opportunity? I had to take time off of work for this too, remember? Anyway, I don't need your permission. I'm going no matter what you say.
Are you really being serious about this?
Of course. That's how it's gonna be. I'll still bring you at least your clothes though, so don't worry about that. Did you end up buying a present for my parents?
Yeah, I did. I left it at home.
Okay, then I'll give it to them for you. Look after yourself and Lisa while we're gone. We finally arrived! There's lots of traffic on the way. I guess lots of people are heading up this way for the summer. The drive really took it out of me.
You actually went? Your daughter is in the hospital after being hit by a car, and you went on a holiday? I was still thinking that you were making some bad joke.
Of course I went. I told you I was going. So, how is Lisa? Is she doing well?
How can you even ask me that so casually? You left her in the hospital and went on holiday. You'll regret this later.
What's that all about? It's natural for me to care about my own daughter. Don't come at me like that. So, how is she? Is everything okay?
Well, it still only just happened the other day, so she's still afraid. But everything seems fine with her physical health. The doctors ran some scans to make sure she didn't hit her head and get a concussion or anything. But it looks like we're in the clear.
That's good news. I would have felt bad if that weren't the case.
What do you mean by feel bad?
I was finally able to go on vacation, but I wouldn't do myself if Lisa was in a bad state. But now that she's fine, I can relax and enjoy the trip.
You're saying that for real too, aren't you?
Why would I be joking? And honestly, what's been up with you recently?
With me?
Yeah, you have some sort of weird attitude. If you have something to say, then say it outright. Stop beating around the bush.
There's nothing in particular. I just realized what kind of person you are. That's all.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Stop being so vague and just spit it out. Your words make no sense. Just be clear with me, okay?
Thanks for the advice. But don't worry. I'm just in a bad mood right now. I think I'll be fine the next time we see each other.
Why are you in a bad mood? Is it because you couldn't come on the trip? It couldn't be helped though, right? That's just how things happened to work out this time around.
Yeah, you're right. It couldn't be helped. So you understand then, don't you?
What am I supposed to understand? I just told you to stop being so vague.
It doesn't mean anything particularly deep.
What are you on about? Well, whatever. The others are waiting for me. I'll talk to you later.
Hold on a second.
What is it? I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Are you really okay with what you said earlier? You won't regret it later?
Yeah, I won't regret it. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yeah, that's fine, thanks.
I really don't get what you're talking about, though. Anyway, look after Lisa and say hi to her for me. Make sure to have enough fun for the two of us.
Right, have as much fun as you can. It is your last trip after all.
My last trip? I don't see why that would be the case. Next time, we'll all go together. I was supposed to come back yesterday, but we extended the trip by a day.
It's fine. I guess it must have been a really good trip if you wanted to stay even longer.
I wouldn't really say that. It's just that my parents were basically begging to stay for just one more night. They offered to pay for it as well, so what could I really do?
Is that why you stayed longer? Didn't you have fun yourself?
Of course I did. But Lisa is still in the hospital. I was worried about you guys. I really was.
Really? But you were still able to have fun, right? So, that's all good then.
I guess so. I hadn't been on a trip with my parents for a long time, so it was pretty enjoyable. Oh yeah, I brought you guys some presents.
Really? Thanks. I'm sure Lisa will be happy too.
It was the least I could do. By the way, it looks like you're in a better mood now.
You can tell? Yeah, I guess my mood has improved a lot.
I thought so. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. You seemed really off on the first day that I left. I was really hoping you wouldn't still be like that when I came back. Did something good happen?
Yeah, actually, it did. With Lisa getting into the accident, it really seemed like nothing good would happen after that. But something good finally happened too. It really made me feel much better.
Wow, that much? So what happened then? I'll tell you about the trip later. So, tell me about what happened while I was away.
Sure. So, you see, I decided to file for divorce.
Wait, what? Who's getting divorced?
You and me are.
What are you talking about? You're joking, right? Why would we get divorced?
Nope, it's not a joke. Plus, I talked to your parents, and they decided to let me and Lisa have the house. So you need to pack your things and get out by the end of the day. Although, there isn't really anything of yours left to pack.
I really don't understand what you're talking about. My parents let you have the house? None of my things are there anymore? None of that makes any sense.
It means exactly what it sounds like. It isn't too complicated. I messaged your parents the day you all left and asked them for some favors.
What favors? Do you mean getting the house? Why would you do that?
Well, you know, if I had to move after the divorce, then Lisa would probably have to change schools based on the district. And she just started making friends at her school, so it would be sad to have to move her elsewhere, right?
That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking why I'm getting kicked out of the house all of a sudden. And on top of that, what is all this talk of divorce?
You can ask your parents why you need to move out.
I need to ask them. Why don't you just tell me?
You didn't tell them anything about what happened to Lisa, did you? You told them that Lisa and I couldn't go because Lisa caught a cold and I needed to stay behind to look after her.
I want them to worry too much and not be able to enjoy the trip, so I decided not to tell them about the accident.
I don't care about that. Once they found out the real reason, they were pretty angry about it.
How angry?
They wanted to cancel the trip and come back straight away. But I needed time to prepare to move out with Lisa, so I asked them to hold off for a bit and keep you there. And not only did they do that for me, but they also told me that I could have the house and just get rid of all of your things instead of moving.
Wait, is that why they insisted on staying an extra night?
Yep. It was just to buy me some time to get things sorted. Thanks to them, I had enough time to get the divorce papers in order and move all of your things from the house and put them outside. They really helped me out.
Wait a second, Amelia. I get that I might be in the wrong this time, but can we stop this talk of divorce and leaving the house?
Why?
Won't this all leave a bad taste in your mouth? I mean, Lisa might see it as her fault that we're getting divorced. Since it's kind of caused by her accident, you don't want her to blame yourself, do you? So, let's just think it over.
Who could leave a worse taste in my mouth after that? The divorce is entirely your fault. Don't try and make it sound as though Lisa caused this.
That's not what I meant. But not only that, Lisa was only in the first grade. It wouldn't be good for her if we got a divorce. She's too young.
You don't really have the right to be talking about what's good for our daughter after prioritizing a holiday over her. How many times did I ask you if you were sure you wouldn't regret what you were doing? And you said that you wouldn't.
I didn't know what you were talking about when you said that.
But you still said you wouldn't regret anything, so you should accept any outcome in that case. I think you paid a plenty high price in exchange for a short vacation. Afterwards, Tyler and I got divorced as I wanted. We were also able to settle on a good alimony so that I could look after Lisa on my own. Although I told my in-laws that I couldn't just accept the house for nothing and would pay them back for it in installments, they refused. They said that not only have they had a very high opinion of me up until now, but they also felt some sense of guilt because of what their son did and wanted to help me in any way they could. I did try to fight them on it and said that it was too much, but they reminded me that it wasn't just for me, it was also for Lisa. I would do anything to make sure that Lisa has the best upbringing she can, so I finally agreed. The only condition that they had was for me to create a home where Lisa didn't feel that she was being raised by only one parent. Of course, I would have done that regardless. I'm sure there will be many difficulties ahead, but for Lisa's sake, and to repay the kindness my in-laws have shown me, I will work as hard as I can to make the best home possible for my daughter.